So, overloading seems to work. Sort of. In between episodes, we have played, I think we played the Grimsby game. We lost 3-0 against Grimsby, playing Overload. And then against Barnet, Maidenhead and Yeovil, we carried on playing the Overload, hoping for the best, and it kind of worked, beating Barnet 3-0 away from home. Maidenhead 5-3 in the FA Trophy quarter-final, which actually sets up a semi-final against Notts County, which we are going to get absolutely smashed in, and then a 2-1 victory as well against Yeovil in the league. It means we aren't bottom anymore. We are off the bottom, ahead of Maidenhead. We are, 3 points behind Woking with a game in hand, which I think our game in hand, it's not for a while. Okay, today we're going to do Wheelstone and we're going Hollywood once again, playing Wrexham, both of them away from home. We are sticking with the Overload because it is seeming to do a decent job. But before we get there, transfer business. There's been a fair amount going on. I can't remember whether we mentioned this one before. Kobe Arthur left going to Dulwich Hamlet. Ricky Miller has also left the club, signing for Havant and Waterlooville. He was rubbish for us this season. 20 appearances, just 3 goals for Ricky Miller. It means we've opened up some space in our wage budget. 3 players have joined. Moise Cromer, formerly of Leeds United, an Ivorian. I was going to say international. He's not an international. He's also part English, which is very helpful for the old work permits. Doesn't need one. He has come in on a free transfer. Not everyone is a free transfer, technically. Richard Bakary as well has come in, and I brought him in for one reason, and one reason only. He used to play for Southampton. He's not very good. He's an emergency backup. He's on £100 a week. He is a Benin international with 1 cap to his name. We've also got Reda Johnson, who is a former Benin international as well, so maybe they'll be friends? That's not how this works. And finally, signing from an actual football team, signing from Woking, Jamar Loza, 27-year-old Jamaican international. I don't think he's played for them any time recently, but he's come in, costing us no money at all. He's on £700 a week, but I think he is probably better than every one of our strikers. Problem is, he's played 1 and a bit games for us, and he's been absolutely shocking. The starting lineup then for the Wheelstone game is going to be Parks in goal, Danny Collins, Goodman, Sendles-White and Swamasi as our defence for this one. It's going to be Moore and Barkers in the middle, Zach Brown as the shadow striker, with Eddie Brown, Jamal Loza and Yanis Trace as our strikers for this one. We've got some fitness concerns. Sam Shaban shouldn't really play 75 minutes apparently. Wassim, that's his name. Don't know why I tried to say his surname. Wassim needs a rest, so he's not going to be playing today. TJ Bramble is away on international duty as well. What else is going on? What's his name? Sam Wood, he's tired. He's our normal left back, he's tired, which is why Twamasi is playing as our left back. Let's try and get 3 more points, and maybe we might be out of the relegation zone by the end of this episode. What I want to see in this match is I want to see a good performance from Loza. Loza has come in my opinion, if we signed this kind of player in real life, he'd come in with quite high expectations from our fans. Okimo's throw to Cooper for Wheelstone, 5 minutes on the clock. Alex Kawumia, cross-field ball, finds Charles. Lovely through ball to Jackson Jr. And Jackson Jr. with an absolute rocket of a finish. It's 5 minutes on the clock. Wheelstone take the lead. Overload doesn't always work. Corner for us. It's going to be more to take it towards the front post, and it's Sendles-White is there. Wickens gets a hand to it, but Jamie Sendles-White puts it in the back of the net. I've tweaked the corners a little bit. I've got somebody going short as like a decoy to try and draw players away, which is why this man here, you noticed him, he ran away from the defence. He ran away from the front post, which is kind of my plan. I don't know whether it's going to work. Looking at that league table right there, I don't think Woking are playing. Today. They're not. So if we do win this game, we will move ahead of Woking. That is 100% going to happen. We will probably move ahead of Dagenham and Redbridge as well, unless they lose. Oh, they beat Eastleigh, sorry. So we might find ourselves at 20th place in the table after the Wheelstone game. Half-time is 1-1. Not a huge amount going on. I'm going to say I'm pleased with the amount of shots. Jamar, buddy, you're on a 6-5 again. You've not been good enough. Keep going. I don't know whether it's because he's just a new signing. He's only been here for like 2 weeks, I think, something like that. But yeah, he's not really doing so well at the moment. We've dropped down to the bottom of the table because Maidenhead are winning against Southend. Literally, I was saying that we could find ourselves out of the relegation zone, and we're dropping back down to the bottom. Right, Loz's coming off. He's on a 6-3. He's done nothing at all, has he? Sam Shaban is going to be the man to come on. I don't think we want to do too many other changes. Barker's off. Hansen I don't want to bring on. Hansen's not very good as a midfielder anyway. Maybe Big Red for Swamasi. We'll go for Big Red as a left back. No real highlights in this one. 2 goals, 2 highlights, and that's pretty much it. Is anything going to happen? Are we going to get any highlights at all? I'm going to give them an encourage. We're on the 88th minute. 3 minutes of injury time to play. Dagenham and Redbridge have equalised against Eastleigh as well. We had lots of chances. I didn't see any of them, but we had lots of chances. 15 shots, 6 on target, a 1.22 XG. No real goals other than the Jamie Sendle's white-headed effort in the first half. We got a point, but we've dropped down to the bottom of the table again. However, the post-match statement says, "Good job, everyone. We've lifted ourselves out of the relegation zone." No, Nicky, we haven't. I have to sympathise with you. Things didn't go our way tonight. Yeah, we'll sympathise, I think. So Nicky Southall definitely got himself a bit confused there. We're not out of the relegation zone. We are right at the bottom of the table again. Let's go for then match number 2 of the episode, 10th place Wrexham, who they've lost a few games. They've lost 10 matches, which is the amount of matches that we've managed to win. Maybe we can make it 11 apiece. The starting lineup for the Wrexham game, it's going to be Adam Parks in goal, a back 4 of Collins, Goodman, Johnson and Sam Wood. Moore and Brown in the middle of the pitch. Wassim returns as well from his brief fitness concerns. Loza, Shaban and Eddie Brown up front. I need goals from our strikers. Wassim has 11 goals. He's an attacking midfielder. Yanis Drace has 10. He's obviously our top goal scorer when it comes to strikers. And then everyone else, Loza, 0. Shaban, 4. Eddie Brown's got 1. Williamson's got 7. Obviously, Ricky Miller, I think, had 2 or 3, something like that. But we need our strikers to actually score some goals. I wonder whether Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, or whatever his name is, are sat in the crowd for this one. It's not really a marquee match, is it, against Dover Athletic? But, as I said earlier, a win could see us lifted out of the relegation zone. Are Woking playing today? It doesn't look like they are. There is a highlight after 16 minutes. It is Wrexham coming forward the ball. Jones across. Tynesia crosses it in. Clark doesn't get there. It's a good head clear from Big Redder Johnson. McCarron's going to run around with the ball for a little bit. Goes for a long range effort. Adam Parks can hold on to that one. Was that the highlight? It was the highlight. I thought something might have carried on. Is this going to be another match where we have very little highlights? We are 35 minutes in. We've had 1 highlight and it wasn't even a very good shot. Apparently we're having chances. Collins' long throw towards Sam Shaban and it's off the line. And what are we... How was that not a carry-on from a highlight? That really should have been. They were effectively 1-on-1 with the keeper. Half-time, it is only 0-0. No goals. We should have scored. I'm pleased with the number of shots, but, you know, let's try and score some. So it seems like this overload tactic wants to try and use long throws. That seems to be one of the main approaches to try and get the ball into the box. It is Mullin with the ball for Wrexham. He's managed to get past his man. Clark's going to get on the end of that as well. And Clark's effort is stopped by Adam Parks conceding a corner. Number 30 is the man to go take it. Jones is it on the right-hand side towards the back post. Zach Brown gets it clear for us. And Eddie Brown, namesake, is going to run onto it, but we're not going to see any more. Eddie Brown apparently should only play 75 minutes. He is our best performing striker by a reasonable distance. He might play 90. Right, we're on 65 and we're going to do some changes. Zach Brown is going to come off for... What do we do here? You know what we'll do? We'll put Zach Brown can come off instead for Williamson and he can play as a shadow striker. Wassim moves back into midfield. Do we also take Sam Wood off for Swamasi? Think we do. Sam Shaban as well. I didn't put any strikers on the bench. I did. I put Williamson. We'll just leave it as is. Right, let's give him a shout whilst this highlight is going on. We're giving him encourage. McCarron with the ball for Wrexham. 22 minutes of normal time to play. Swan across to Tynesia. Plays it back to Ben Tozer. All the way back to Jake Eastwood in the Wrexham goal. He's going to go for a little run. No, he doesn't. Decides against it. Passes it on the floor. And for some reason, our defenders were marking the referee and Goodman's given away a penalty. I love this game sometimes. Mullin against Parks then. Parks goes the right way and he's got a hole in him. That's gone straight through Parks. Adam Parks was on a 7.4 before that penalty went in. He's dropped to a 7.2. Why can we not have, decent chances? We've had 12 shots, and I don't think we've seen any of them. We've moved off the bottom of the table, despite the fact that we're losing a game, because somehow Maidenhead are also... How have we... What's going on here? I don't know what's happening. We're going to lose against Wrexham. Wonderful. Eastwood with a free kick with a minute and a half to play. Are we going to get ourselves a late chance? Williamson with the ball. Collins is going for a run. He's gone backwards. That's not the way to go, lads. We're 1-0 down with a minute and 20 seconds left. Wassim in the middle of the pitch to Williamson. Back to Wassim. 3 strikers up there, obviously. Williamson technically number 4. Swamasi finds Williamson on the left-hand side. Is this going to be an equalising goal? Are we going to nick something out of this game? Jones has stolen it for Wrexham. And Wrexham are going to counter-attack because we just took too long. We just took too long with the ball. Swan's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. It is going to be 2-0, isn't it? What was Adam Parks doing and how did they not score that? We've seen the goal kick, so things still might be happening. Reda Johnson's going for a run. 20 seconds of injury time to play. Tuamasi on the ground, doesn't find anybody. What a terrible pass. Blackett-Taylor's gone all the way back to Jake Eastwood in the Wrexham goal. And we've got 5 seconds? 5 seconds left. Are we just... Referee, come on, lad. Referee, just blow the whistle. It's... Adam Parks has made another save. Parks is going to get like a 9 rating at this rate. Is he going to get an assist at the end? He's not got an assist. What's going on with his highlight? Is anything happening here? The full-time whistle goes. Not a lot really went on, but lots happened. I mean, it's a 1-0 defeat against Wrexham. Strikers, lads, what are you doing? A 6-1 for Shaban, a 6-3 for Loza. Eddie Brown gets a 6-5. Wood, as a left-back, gets a 6-3. What are we doing? Good job, everybody. We didn't lift ourselves out of the relegation zone. Nicky Southall needs to learn how to read a league table. Goalless Brown worries Dover. How many matches? 10 hours of football. He hasn't scored in. Shaban. He hasn't scored in 14 hours of football. You can see where our problem is. We've also got, obviously, Loza, who's come in. Still can't seem to score a goal either. We're doing all right. That's the thing. We're doing okay. We're just not scoring goals from the people you'd expect to score goals. Right, let's sort by the last 5 games. Sam Shaban, 6.38 average rating over the last 5 games. Your recent form. Let's point my finger. Your form has been declining. Come on, let's fire everybody up because I think this is what we need. Loza, I feel like I've spoke to you every single week since you've joined. You've squandered a lot of chances. You're downcast. Yeah, you might be happy, but I wasn't. Listen, Jamar, you've scored no goals. You've got an XG of 0.97. Your average rating of is a 6.47, and you're a brand new signing at the club. Do something. Let's give Zach a shouting out as well. Recent form. I think you've... what? You need to start playing high standard. There we go. Eddie Brown as well. We'll give you a nice little chat too. This is what I mean. You can see how poor we're playing when the last 5 games, I've got to Eddie Brown. I spoke to about 8 people. So a lot of these players are just playing pretty poorly. We're going to play another match in this episode because so far I think it's quite short. For the final match of the episode, we are playing Kings Lynn at home. And we're going to the 5-2-1-2 wing-back vertical tiki-taka formation. It's going to be parked in goal. Goodman, Sendles White and Reda Johnson at the back. Bramble returns from his international duty with Antigua and Barbuda. Sam Wood's going to be the left wing-back. Barkers and Moore in the middle. Shaban, Loza and Williamson will be our hopeful goal scorers in this one. I completely forgot. We lost a couple of players who are actually on loan. We don't have many loan players anymore because they keep getting recalled. Because we're not playing them in the right position, apparently. So yeah, it's why we've only got Parks, Barkers and Wassim at the club anymore. Kind of annoying, because most of them were midfielders and we don't have too many of them. This is going to be the first time that Jamal Loza is playing in a different system. Playing for Dover Athletic. He's obviously playing with 2 strikers rather than 3 strikers that he's always played with at the moment. So maybe having just one partner next to him might kind of cause some problems for him. It's going to be Parks to Reda Johnson. 1 minute on the clock at the Crab Athletic Stadium. Johnson's going for a run. He's 34 years old, lads. He shouldn't be doing that. Wood long ball forward towards Loza. Controls it well. And Loza dinks it over the goalkeeper. 1 minute, 15 seconds on the clock. He just needed a change in system. And 2 minutes later, another chance possibly going our way. Barrows has got the ball for Kings Lynn. So maybe it's not going our way. He's going off, running towards that right-hand side. Where are you going, buddy? Backwards to McFadden. You're going to go back even further? No, you're not. Bowery in the centre of defence, forward to King. Long ball towards Armstrong, and Adam Parks has come out, and Adam Parks has actually come out well and held on to the ball. So where's the highlight? Wood. Tabaka's in the middle, forward to Sam Shaban, playing as the shadow striker. Loza's gone off towards the right-hand side for TJ Bramble. It's actually a pretty decent ball. 2 in the box, potentially more towards Williamson at the front post, and it is trickled across the line. 4 minutes on the clock. Dover Athletic are 2-0 up. And not only are Dover Athletic 2-0 up, we are out of the relegation zone. 36 games and we are finally climbing out of the relegation zone. Solihull's also doing us a favour, beating Woking, so that is obviously helping out quite nicely. If we didn't have the 12-point deduction, we would be on 41 points. We would be easily safe, easily safe. It is Barrows with the ball to McGavin. It's Saul. Where's he going to go? Across, finds King. We need to put a little bit of pressure on. Back to Fernandez. I feel like we played King's Lynn on camera a few times, haven't we? Because I think Fernandez recently played as a right back last time we played them. It's a cross-field ball. Finds Armstrong. Adam Parks makes a good save. Half an hour played. King's Lynn trying to get themselves back into this game. We are going to see the corner as well. Barrett's the man to take it towards the 6-yard box. And I think it was Jamie Sewell, might be his name, heads past Adam Parks' post. And it remains 2-0. We've held on until half-time at 2-0. And we're looking pretty decent. We're not looking superb, don't get me wrong. But we're looking pretty decent. Jamar, I want to say to you, buddy, you've been brilliant. You're playing brilliantly, lad. I know you're already motivated, but I just want to individually point out that you're playing brilliantly, because most half-time team talks and after the match, I just shout at you for being rubbish. So I thought we'd return the favour and do it the other way round. Johnson with the ball to Sam Wood, through ball. Williamson's not going to get on the end of it. Instead, it's all the way back to the keeper. Long kick upfield. Armstrong, big red with a big head, gets it forward for us. Loza to TJ, right-hand side. Loza's going for a run. Loza needs to get into that gap on the right. He's not managed to do it, and Fernandez might be getting himself sent off here. What's going on? Fernandez is having a word, and it is a red card for Fernandez. Not really sure why. Well, that makes everything a little bit, I was going to say easier. I don't know if it makes it easier, but it certainly changes the complexion of the game. Barkers wins the head there. Finds Wood on the left, 55 minutes. Wood on the ground. It's Shaban, not seen a lot of him as the shadow striker. Wood gets the ball back. Now it's more in the middle of the pitch. Across to Barkers. Forward is Loza. Back to Sam Shaban. Curling effort from Sammy Shaban. Hits it just wide of the goalkeeper's post. Still 2-0. We're getting close. I feel like there's a third somewhere. We are also going to do a change very quickly. We are going to push TJ Bramble up into central midfield as a ball in midfielder. Bring on Swamasi. I don't want to bring Hansen on. I don't know why I keep putting him on the bench, if I'm honest. McFadden with a throw for King's Lynn. This is going to be a very, very good result if we can pick up the 3 points. McFadden crosses it. It's not managed to find one of our players. Moraes kicks it into the back of Goodman. I mean, it was fortunate, but I'm taking it. It's Ojabodi, maybe? King with the ball on the left. Is he going to cross it? He does cross it. Moraes is there, and Moraes heads just past the post. Is that Philippe Moraes? Or Junior Moraes? Nuno Moraes? Like, there was a couple of Moraeses that used to play for Chelsea, I think, a long, long time ago, and they found their way back down into non-league football in England. I thought that might have been one of them. Adam Parks has got the ball in his hands. 15 minutes left to play. I need to look at doing some subs for fitness concerns. It's a very big kick-up field. Barrows has got it, though, for King's Lynn. Over the top, Moraes is onside because Redder Johnson was doing it, and Junior Moraes makes it 2-1. Right, do we do this? Do we shut up shop, or do we try and just keep going? I think we could try and keep going, you know. We're going to bring on Tommy Moxey in the middle of the pitch. He's a right back, but we're training him up as a central midfielder. Bear with me, it might make sense. Do we also do Yanis Drace coming on as well? We don't really have too many options defensively. Redder Johnson for Hansen, we're going to have to do that one because of fitness. I guess that's why Redder Johnson didn't want to bother running. If we throw this away, because I've decided to not go defensive, I'm going to get very annoyed with myself. We've got 5 minutes of normal time to play. We still have the slender lead of 1 goal. 4 minutes of injury time. It's ticking away. We've got a highlight. This isn't good. Goodman kicks it upfield towards Loza. He's not going to get there. King's Lynn then can start with the goalkeeper. Left-hand side. Lumps it over the top. Moraes is going to get there. Finds Armstrong. He's gone off towards the left-hand side. He's got nobody in the middle. But that doesn't normally matter. We've thrown it away. We were 2-0 up against 10-man King's Lynn and they've pulled it back. What's happened? They've had 10 shots on target. 18 shots we let King's Lynn have. They got sent. They went down to 10 men here. And then they had all of that chance. Maybe they should play with 10 men all the time. They were a better team. Wait, that was us. We had all of those chances and we couldn't score. How did we not score any more than 2? I'm going to thrash arms. And a win. We should have won. Based on the amount of chances, we should have won the game. Big Red, you were at fault for one of their goals because you just played them onside. So the worrying thing is, Notts County have been crowned champions of the Vanarama National League. We are still bottom of the table. We are 100% in a relegation scrap. We've also got the FA Trophy to worry about, which I genuinely don't care for right now. Next episode, we're doing Maidenhead. We have to do this Maidenhead game. It's a huge, huge match. Borehamwood, Woking, all of those 3 games are very, very winnable. So I think we might have a triple header, Maidenhead, Borehamwood, and Woking in the next episode. Next episode could be the episode that decides whether we stay in the league or we're getting relegated to the Vanarama South. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic. If you did enjoy, do please remember, leave a like, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new, and I'll be back tomorrow with more Football Manager. Thanks for watching.